Fire 16 is doing the most. Roll the intro. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Deviate. We're back again with another one. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's get into this one. So we are getting another 8 project. For y'all who don't understand how big this thing is, let me give you a quick history lesson, okay? 10 years ago in 2012, when the world was supposed to end, Fire 16 got 7 rappers and he put them onto a song called 8. This song performed so well that it went on to make an album called The Uprise. So in 2012, a lot of rappers were being pushed into the mainstream, and 8 is responsible for a good chunk of that. Like, that group did the most, and the splash and the impact that they made really pushed Christian music forward. That's the same year that we got DA, Effie, Drafted to Babylon, who was formed as a crew, and so many other guys. Oh my goodness, Greg was one of the impacts that just came from there. Now, I'm not saying that, 8 was directly responsible, but I do think that the splash that they made sort of just like rippled and pushed some of these rappers to go into the mainstream and just be there. So it was great. This was also great for like the representation of Namibia, because that kind of like recognized Namibian Christian hip hop in countries like Malawi, Zambia, Botswana. They started to hear about us because of the song that came out at that time. So now it's 2022, 10 years later, and we're getting another project. It's coming full circle right now, and I'm super excited to see what these guys are going to do. May 6th, Dire Need is the album that 8 will be producing. So here's the thing. The 8 that we got in 2012 is not the same 8 that we're getting in 2022. Like, people, grew older by 10 years. They had kids, they had wives, and we were in a pandemic. So a lot of stuff happened. And, thank goodness we didn't lose anybody. But some of the rappers just did not come back for whatever reason. So the returning rappers is Fire 16, JUI's Harry MC, and Just Benjamin. So these are the OGs that were on the first 8 project, and they're back again on the second one, and it's good to see some old faces or hear some old voices. But they added new rappers or artists to the roster. So this is Rolly, Gideon, and Unity. So here's a quick breakdown on the 3 guys that got added on. Rolly is a signed artist to Claim the Future. At least he was signed the last time I heard of it, and he's been added because of his vocal ability. Dude can actually sing, so it's pretty dope to see what this dude has added. Some of y'all may have recognized him on the song Higher, the single that was released for this project. And then we have Gideon. Gideon has been around the space of Fire 16 for the longest time. In fact, he is responsible for making the cover of the first 8 project called The Uprise. I'm speaking under correction, but dude has been rapping alongside Fire 16 for the longest time, and yeah, it's really nice to see him on this project, and it'll be interesting to see what projects he releases by himself, or the songs that he will do by himself. Back in varsity, I used to listen to a lot of Gideon, particularly this one song called Truth. I had that song on repeat, and it still holds up today, so shout out to homeboy. And lastly, we have Unity. Fire producer. I use him all the time, so he will be producing most, if not all, of this project, but he definitely produced the single for Higher, so yeah, dope. There's been quite some talk of this project, especially for people within my circle, and the thing that I love about it is that the way that it was promoted, it doesn't feel like they're promoting a album that is supposed to kind of like go mainstream and hit, and they're really pushing it. And that's the thing that I really admire about it, because it adds this level of authenticity to it. So the way that it's being promoted is that these guys are just on their social media sharing what Dire Need means to them, and that the project is coming out and they should listen to it. So I'm excited to listen to it. I'm excited to listen to what these guys, you know, have done, and to see how they have grown over the years. And yeah, the biggest anticipation that I'm having of is the impact that they had 10 years ago still gonna be the same. And whew, that is a big one, because times have changed. And the question is, has time changed to a point that these guys can have a larger impact, or even the same impact that they have 10 years ago? I guess only time will tell. But that's all that I got for you today. Make sure you go check out Dire Need, that is coming out on the 6th of May on all streaming platforms. So I'm excited for it. Might make a review, might not. It depends how I feel. But yeah, that's what I got for you today. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let's talk about it in the comments. Let me know, which song from the last project do you like? Do you even have the songs from the last project? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know any of these rappers? Let's talk about it in the comments. Anyway, it's your boy DVA, and I'm out.